The year was 2001, and the world was about to witness a conflict that would redefine global politics: the war in Afghanistan. Sparked by the tragic events of September 11th, the United States and its allies entered Afghanistan with the objective of dismantling al-Qaeda and removing the Taliban from power. This war, lasting for 2 decades, had profound consequences, including the reshaping of the Middle East, the displacement of millions, and the loss of countless lives. Next, we journey to the year 2003, to a war that further destabilized the Middle East, the Iraq War. Initiated under the premise of neutralizing weapons of mass destruction, this conflict resulted in the overthrow of Saddam Hussein's regime. However, the aftermath was a power vacuum that led to civil unrest and the rise of extremist groups, including the notorious ISIS. In 2008, we saw the Russo-Georgian War, a brief but intense conflict over the disputed regions of South Ossetia and Abkhazia. The war ended with Russia recognizing both regions as independent states, a move condemned by many international entities, and tensions in the region remain high. In the second decade of the century, the world witnessed the Syrian Civil War, a devastating conflict that began in 2011. Sparked by the Arab Spring, the war pitted the Syrian government against various opposition groups. The war, still ongoing, has resulted in a humanitarian crisis, with millions displaced and a country left in ruins. In 2014, the world's eyes turned to Eastern Europe, where the Russo-Ukrainian War began. The annexation of Crimea by Russia and the subsequent fighting in eastern Ukraine have created a tense standoff that continues to this day, with significant implications for global politics. In 2015, another conflict erupted in the Middle East, the Yemeni Civil War. This war was the result of political instability following the Arab Spring, with the Yemeni government facing off against the Houthi rebels. The impact of this conflict has been catastrophic, with the UN describing it as the world's worst humanitarian crisis. The war, still ongoing, has resulted in a humanitarian crisis of unprecedented scale, with widespread famine and a cholera outbreak. As we continue to reflect on the wars of the 21st century, it is important to remember the ongoing conflicts and the urgent need for peace, stability, and humanitarian support. As we evaluate the wars of the 21st century, we must focus sharply on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Escalating into a full-blown war in 2024, this conflict has resulted in thousands of casualties, becoming a significant of tension and violence in this era. Erupting from disputes over land and statehood, the war involves 2 primary parties, Israel and Palestine. The impact of this war has been catastrophic, marked by widespread violence, the displacement of people, and grave human rights issues. Despite numerous attempts at peace, the conflict continues to rage on, a stark reminder of the complexities of achieving peace in a world filled with divergent political, religious, and cultural views. Our journey through the wars of the 21st century brings us to the diverse and complex continent of Africa. Here, numerous conflicts have erupted, ranging from civil wars to insurgencies. Notable examples include the Darfur conflict in Sudan, the Boko Haram insurgency in Nigeria, and the ongoing Somali Civil War. These conflicts, though diverse in nature, share common themes. Political instability, ethnic tensions, and disputes over resources are often at the heart of these struggles. And what has been the impact? Devastating humanitarian crises, massive displacement of people, and widespread destabilization across the continent. These conflicts not only disrupt the lives of millions, but also pose significant challenges to regional and global peace and stability. As we reflect on these wars, we are reminded of the urgent need for sustainable solutions to these conflicts, to ensure a peaceful future for all. To summarize, the 21st century has been marked by a series of wars that have shaped and reshaped nations, politics, and human lives. The war in Afghanistan and the Iraq War have significantly altered the Middle East, leading to power vacuums and the rise of extremist groups. The Russo-Georgian War and the Russo-Ukrainian War have added to tensions between Russia and the West. Finally, the Syrian Civil War has resulted in a devastating humanitarian crisis. These wars have not only defined the course of history, but have also left indelible marks on millions of lives. As we traverse the path of this century, it is crucial to remember these conflicts, understand their causes and consequences, and strive for a world where peace prevails over war. The history of wars in the 21st century is not just a chronicle of battles and treaties. It's a testament to human resilience, a call for empathy, and a beacon guiding us towards a more peaceful future.